If we look a little bit more deeply at one of the things the periodic table tells us, it's atomic mass. And atomic mass is the number that's on the bottom. A lot of times it's expressed as a decimal point, so it's not exactly an even integer number, but it's the mass of an individual particle. So if we say this is boron, we say that boron on average has a mass of 10.86. It's called atomic mass units. Or really, what we're going to look at it in terms of this class is the idea of it's this many grams per mole. Now, a mole is just a unit of saying, hey, it's like a dozen. Whenever you have 12 eggs, you can refer to 12 eggs as a dozen or 1 dozen. Okay, whenever you have 144 of something, you can refer to it as a gross. Whenever you have 2,000 pounds of something, you can refer to it as a ton. So what a mole is it's just another name for a certain amount of material. Now, the amount of material we'll get into later, but it's a lot. So whenever we say that it's this many grams per mole, we're referring to a lot. It's actually 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd. And that's what a mole is. So when we say we have a mole of boron atoms, it would weigh or would have a mass of 10.86 grams. 10.86 grams in this many atoms. So that's what we get for the atomic mass. So whenever you read that bottom number, that's how many grams per mole there are. So let's look at an example. If you were to look at this and you were to say, using the periodic table, what is the atomic number and what is the atomic mass of iron? Well, if you were to find it on the periodic table, you would go ahead and say, all right, the atomic mass of iron is, I think it's 53, but let's go ahead and take a look at it real quick just to make sure. Okay, iron is 55.845 grams per mole, because that right there is the atomic mass. Now, if you were to look at the top number, which is the atomic number, okay, that right there is 26. So you see 26, you see iron, and then you see 55.845 grams per mole. Now you need to be aware of the idea of what if I asked you what the mass of 2 moles is? Well, if this is the mass for every 1 mole, you would just take and multiply it by 2. And it doesn't have to be in whole numbers for a mole. If I asked you what it was 1.6 moles, you would just take 1.6 and you would multiply it by that number. So this mole is kind of a unit, like if I had 1.5 dozen. So just be aware of that. You should be able to do these sort of these calculations on your assignment.